So where are we? We are now on the other side of the second floor with access to a damn staircase.
I like how the clock puzzle is denoted on the map. Like, this is where the clock puzzle is.
Hey, you remember where the clock is? It's here.
That's actually... I don't... Does any other game do that?
Some of the Silent Hills do something similar.
So
this is where our buddy was hanging out earlier.
Yeah, and the
right
camera
on
angle
this,
has aggressively changed.
Yeah, right here on that spot.
It's that stain on the floor. That's where he was.
Yeah, the stain. A lot of stains.
A lot of stains. It was very stainy. Yeah.
I have a story about stains coming up.
Ew.
It regards this game.
Oh, okay.
It actually has to do with this game. Does not have to do with me possibly soiling myself. I promise.
So I soiled myself
while playing this game.
That's
See, it's related.
Relevant informaciones.
So now we popped up onto the third floor, huh? What do we got? Right, so we can get that key now.
The key for...
So there was a key on the opposite side of that.
Right, okay.
But I'm still going to explore the entire floor.
It was her stupid brother in Homecoming that kept fucking shit up,
Yeah,
right?
the brother that didn't exist.
Yeah.
Alright, guys. What do you got?
A lot of blood. A lot of blood seeping from that one.
Don't worry about it. It's not
relevant blood.
It's all relevant. Oh, I love the framing in this game. And then that's the first door that you can go into. The first one in which you can see the enemy is the one that you can go into this room.
Yeah, because you wouldn't have to waste time running back. Yeah.
So fuck that.
That was way more bizarre than I remember. And when I say bizarre, I mean the fact that why did James start shooting for no real reason?
Because Pyramid Head, which is that monster's name, everybody, started to come towards his closet.
It really, I didn't get that at all. He was just kind of making vague movements. And I had a hard time not laughing because as soon as Pyramid, people say he's having sex or doing,
There's one. There are three interpretations as to what's happening here.
All right, please go.
One is you don't see it very well.
No.
And a lot of people are like, is he like raping both of those creepy sex monsters? No,
because there was no thrusting.
This is wild flailing. Yeah. Is he trying to shove them down the garbage chute? Possibly. Is he just manhandling them and tearing them apart? Yeah, maybe one of those three things.
Now, my favorite one is Pyramid Head just can't get those mannequins put away.
Can't put them away.
He's trying to shove them in the overhead cover. He's like, oh god!
But the important thing is that scene is really weird. It's really creepy.
It's bizarre in the sense that, like I said, from the framing of that, I didn't really get the idea that Pyramid Head was about to open up the closet. James just started shooting. Yeah. To me, but
that being said, that is a threatening ass thing.
Yes, but also, why did that frighten off Pyramid Head? Why didn't
Pyramid Head's a weird creature in terms of monster design because those bullets didn't seem to actually hurt him.
No, but he just kind of got scared off.
Kind of just left. He just felt like leaving.
And they didn't really show what happened. Like, you saw we're inside the closet with James, then Pyramid Head just kind of left, and you couldn't see him leaving. So he could have been just like, whatever, and just, I'll get this guy later.
I'll just get him later.
I'm tired.
Had a big day with these mannequins.
Yeah, no, we rode the merry-go-round, we ate cotton candy, it was great.
Alright, where are you?
There you go.
So the gun, once you get the gun...
The gun.
You just pop them 3 times, walk over,
and
give him a little kicky poo. What is this?
Can you look at this?
Nope. He just wants to look at it. Oh, it's a face being torn out into a skull.
Nice.
That is nice.
Precious memories.
Very precious. Very memories. Good old med kits.
Yeah, good old med kit. Can't go wrong with that.
Can't go wrong. So a lot of these rooms don't actually have anything of note. Like they have ammo or health or what have you, but they don't actually have that much.
There's not as many notes in this, right?
No, there are not. There are some, but not
less than you'd think.
Not to the extent you would expect from most survival horror games.
Yeah. Turn around again. I thought I saw a health drink in. The camera's going nuts, but to your left. Down there.
Wow, holy shit, you totally saw one. I think I'm gonna heal up.
Because they've been in the same spot the last 3 rooms we've been in.
See, that's your good health.
I love how quick that is. Just a nice tone of dun dun dun, and then you're just like, yeah.
Oh, the camera's going nuts because I'm controlling it. So you can you hold L2 and it sets to a player-based camera, and you can move it around like this. Also, fuck it, I'll show it off. In the options, this game did it way before anybody else. You can change your control type to 2D type.
What does that do?
So, it's going to be hard. So, it lets you control it like a regular game without tank controls. This is terrible. This game changes its camera on you constantly.
So, yeah, that would bring up some problems.
Yes, it would.
I love how it's called 3D type, even though I don't think it actually is.
Well, 3D type assumes that you're a 3D character on a 3D plane, and it moves you relative, whereas 2D type assumes you're a 2D character on a 2D plane and moves it relative to 2D.
Yes.
Where'd he go?
He's right there.
No, that's a dead one.
That's a dead one?
That's a dead one.
I think he went down the other hallway.
I think he went down that other hallway. That motherfucker.
Is that the one that we failed? Like, why is he already on the ground,
Where are you?
Jeez.
Sometimes they start on the ground because they're creepy.
I mean, it's good because, like, the enemy has 2 states.
Yeah.
And one is vastly creepier than the other. Oh, nice shot.
Thank you.
Although they do auto-track the bullets, but take some of the guesswork out.
They don't auto-track them that well.
Please stop shooting me in the butthole, sir.
I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna get you. Stop him. No, he won't let you. He's too quick.
Wow, fuck this guy. What is going on with me and these lying figures?
Use all the bullets.
Gotcha.
Wow, that took a lot more.
And then I fucking kicked you for good measure.
And the horse you rode in on. I also wanted to mention that when Pyramid showed up, some of his sound effects were straight up tiger growls.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good with that type of stuff. And a lot of other stuff too, but you could hear like when a tiger is just finishing growling, and you just hear like.
He's a badass, creepy guy.
Yeah, that's the standard go-to for any horror game. You just take a bunch of animal sounds and mix them together.
Pitch them up, pitch them down.
Whatever you like.
Reverse them in some cases.
Yeah.
RE4 probably has the most literally audible example.
Which one was it in?
They have wildcat noises for some of the people's yells.
Right.
They go Row!
Oh yeah, of course. I forgot.
You forgot. That's okay.
We talked about it once or twice, I think.
Yeah, once or twice. So, second floor from this end, totally boarded up. Unfortunate. I actually went through this a different way than I usually do. So, I'm a bit lost.
Spicing it up.
I'm a bit lost.
Spicing up for the viewers.
A little bit. A little spicy. A little hot.
Not that it wouldn't make any sense. But...
So, I'm going to check all these doors, obviously, because this is a dead end. The only way to do this is sequentially, people. You have to do this sequentially. If you don't do it sequentially, that's when you get lost. And when you get lost, that's when you freak out and die.
Yeah, that's when everyone turns it off.
You got some canned juice?
The juice.
Let's examine this canned juice, shall we?
Please.
It's a 6-pack of canned juice.
It's in the hallway. It's hallway juice.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
When you're having an epic trip down the hallway, you need some canned juice.
You need some canned juice.
Maybe some Capri Sun. So you could not do that damn orphanage sequentially, though. It was just in.
So I've unlocked this door. This now goes outside.
In Rule of Rose, I meant.
Oh yeah, no. It would constantly lock you off, and hallways into hallways, and just no. This one you can do sequentially, nice and easy.
When I think about camera angles like this, I mean because they're having the entire world right before you, and they're just choosing these camera angles, and the fog is all sort of obscuring everything. That's why it sucks. Why Downpour specifically was so bad. Not the worst game ever, but having that low camera angle behind the shoulder and being able to explore Spooky Silent Hill that way.
It had potential.
Isn't it when you're like, oh, it's so good, but
and then it was poorly utilized because you have to craft your environment around that camera angle.
Yeah, and it's hard.
So can I open this now? I can. All right, let's go through the courtyard.
Yeah, why not? Courtyards are fun. Nothing ever bad.
I have more keys than I usually have at this point.
Wow.
Instead of clearing out areas, I ended up accidentally getting all the keys, and now I have to remember what areas I have and have not gone to. Mm-hmm. So we're coming up to a straight-up Rosemary's Baby reference here.
Oh, yeah?
In which there's a goddamn creepy stroller.
You got a coin.
I got a coin. And now I'm out of here. Fuck off, fuckers.
You really don't need to be like, do we need to kill every enemy see?
No.
Perfect.
I kill every enemy I see in hallways.
Well, yeah, because those are a problem.
Because those are going to keep showing back up over
But a bunch of enemies having a pool party, and I doesn't really need to...
clear out this shit.
I find the enemies in a pool is kind of a laughable situation.
Oh, don't worry about it.
No, I just mean like it's a funny place.
They're around a creepy
put,
baby stroller. At least that's creepy.
In a pool.
In a pool.
Which is weird.
Fuck
you were ready.
Yeah, I was a little ready. Well, see, the thing is...
Yeah, you see what I did to your friend?
Because of the way the auto tracking works and the radio is, like, you're gonna know 1 split second before you load in that enemies are about.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense why you're so...
Oh, listen to that.
And drippy drips. And barfing noises.
So there's a dead guy in this fridge.
Yeah.
And somebody's throwing up.
And I'm feeling like I'm gonna start throwing up because of the sensation of people throwing up.
Around you. Into your hair.
And then James just started puking all over, and I really.
Do you think now that you think we're going bald, we're going to eventually become immune to the sensation of people vomiting in our hair?
Well, logically, that's why
we've chosen to do it.
That's why I've chosen.
Yeah.
I took those pills.
It wasn't me. I didn't do it.
Do what?
I didn't do anything. I swear. He was like this when I got here.
My name's James. James Sunderland.
Eddie.
Eddie. Who's that dead guy in the kitchen?
I didn't do it. I swear I didn't kill anybody.
You're not friends with that red pyramid thing, are you?
Red pyramid thing? I don't know what you're talking about. Honest. But I did see some weird-looking monsters. They scared the hell out of me, so I ran in here.
Well, I guess this place isn't too safe either. What happened here anyway?
I told you, I don't know. I'm not even from this town. I just...
You too, huh? Something just brought you here, right?
Yeah, you could say that.
Well, whatever it is, I think you better get out of here soon.
Yeah, you're right. What about you?
I'll leave as soon as I'm done here. Eddie, be careful.
James, you be careful too.
So there's a lot going on in this scene.
I'm so hungry.
So first of all, the very first thing Eddie says when you meet him is, "I didn't kill that guy.
Yeah.
I didn't kill that guy. I promise it wasn't me. I didn't kill that guy."
Mm-hmm. Which means he killed that guy.
Which means he killed that guy. it's the classic methinks the lady doth protest too much.
Yes.
Whoa! My apartment's making crazy Silent Hill noises.
What the fuck was that?
I have no idea. That's the scariest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Well, I'm off.
Okay. So there's that. He's also vomiting like crazy.
Like to a ludicrous amount.
Yeah, there's two things with that. One, Solid Snake talks about it in Metal Gear, something called Killer's Guilt. Which is the first time you kill somebody, you can get violently ill.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And the other thing is there's a production story behind that. Originally, that scene was way more graphic and had him vomiting like crazy and sloshing around and all sorts of stuff.
Some good vomit tech.
They had it all recorded and it was all good to go. And then a power outage caused them to lose everything.
Oh no!
And they lost the entire scene.
Oh.
And they took that so they were basically
took that as a sign?
They were internally debating whether or not they were going too far. And then when that happened, they had to redo the entire thing. They took it as a sign. Yeah, you know what?
It might be better
It's
off.
Probably too far.
I think it would be because it's like having like the amount of vomit or disgustingness that you just mentioned seems like overkill comparatively to what's pretty subtle game.
Yeah. It's not a very gory game.
Yeah, or compared to a lot of other things.
Bam, bam, bam.
So again, Eddie is a second character that I read. Again, is named after Eddie because they were fans of Eddie Murphy.
Nice.
Like, what? Why would you name a white guy who's throwing up and he's like a weirdo after Eddie Murphy?
Was this prior to Nutty Professor?
It was prior to Pluto Nash.
Oh.
So Eddie Murphy was still had a good.
Doesn't
name
appear to
him.
be much in this room. What's my coin at? I got the snake. Okay. I only have one. There are 3 coins. I need to get 3 coins. That's the main crux of this sequence.
Right. Okay.
Now it's unlocked.
Yeah.
But where would this go?
So the other thing is that we saw that Eddie goes, I don't know what you're talking about, Red Pyramid thing.
But
mostly because Eddie can't see him. Right?
It is unclear as to whether or not other people can see Pyramid Head. But what is clear is that Eddie does see monsters.
Yes, well, Eddie got, like you said, got pulled, or James, surmised that Eddie got just pulled into this town somehow.
Whether or not they're the same monsters.
Yeah, that's true.
Is unclear as well.
Weird-looking monsters. That's all I said.
Like, they don't describe them in any way. Angela said it was dangerous. She didn't mention any monsters.
Very vague.
There appears to be no one on the streets. It's all very, very unclear. And it's supposed to be that way. Because
vagina hole in the door wall.
A little bit. This room, now due to the dramas, just has constant evil music. To freak you out.
Yeah, that industrial shit.
Hate that industrial shit.
It's not fun.
Makes me feel super nervous inside. So I love this angle. So even every time you come out of the door from this time, I kind of expect to see him.
Yeah, okay, but I mean, I guess that's why they're doing it, right?
Yeah. So we got to clear up some garbage. Now, this was in an episode of Friends, and it's a good piece of advice.
I always knew that we'd get to Friends.
It's a good piece of advice to everyone regardless. Do not, depending on the size of your garbage chute, Don't throw pizza boxes down there.
They will clog up the chute.
You can go down to your basement and throw them into the recycling thing or whatever.
Yeah.
But just they'll clog it up and then the maintenance guy has to do it. Mm-hmm. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this can of juice to dislodge all this garbage.
Shut up. Is this real?
Yeah, that's what you do.
That's the... Okay, that is very atypical.
Use a can of juice to dislodge the garbage because it's heavy.
But it's delicious juice. You could have used it.
I could have used it, but getting the garbage is more important.
Okay.
Even though James doesn't know what's in the garbage.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the player character doesn't know.
When you look at it, it's like, oh, there's garbage. You know, it's kind of assumed.
I guess.
But, yeah.
Here's the new fad sweeping Silent Hill Nation.
It feels so good to come out here.
Wasting food.
It feels so good to come out here.
Yeah, you're right. After being, like kind of claustrophobically stuck in this dark fucking place.
All right, we got garbage and we got an article.
Why is garbage bags with duct tape all around them so off-putting?
This can't get out. It's torn and strewn all over. I got the old man coin. But, more than that, I have the Gossip Magazine.
Gossip Magazine.
The police announced today that Walter Sullivan, who was arrested on the 18th of this month for the brutal murder of Billy Locane and his sister Miriam, committed suicide in his jail cell early on the morning of the 22nd.
He was drunk.
According to the police statement, Sullivan used a soup spoon to stab himself in the neck, severing his carotid artery. By the time the guard discovered him, Sullivan was dead from blood loss, the spoon buried 2 inches in his neck. An old schoolmate of Walter Sullivan from his hometown of Pleasant River said he didn't look like the type of guy who would kill kids. But I do remember that just before they arrested him, he was blurting out all sorts of strange stuff like, he's trying to kill me, he's trying to punish me, the monster, the red devil, forgive me, I did it, but it wasn't me.
That's confusing.
The schoolmate then added, I guess now that I think of it, he was kind of crazy.
He was a little nuts.
So... Walter Sullivan is a character in Silent Hill 2 only in as far as that news article.
Right.
And it is clearly meant to set up Pyramid Head as the Red Devil, as a supernatural force that punishes and has existed for a while. In Silent Hill 4, they take that to a ludicrous extreme.
You mean The Room?
And say that it's Silent Hill 4 The Room.
Yeah, I just mean like...
And say that Walter Sullivan was in fact a complicated serial murderer, and that was not even Walter Sullivan, that was a double, and that he killed himself in order to transcend himself, and all sorts of crazy shit.
What do you mean by a double, or do you mean like a copycat?
It was him, but it wasn't him.
Okay.
And that's kind of what he says in the thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's look at a picture of Mary. Yeah, she's nice.
Just look at it again.
Let's read her letter.
Give her once over.
See that town? Silent? You promise? I love that. I say that to myself sometimes, because I'm a weirdo.
Yeah.
But I love this game. So I got the 2, and then I got the fire escape key.
Why is a fire escape key like an ornate, like, one from, like, a citadel?
That's a good question.
It should just be a regular rusty key.
Luckily, with the fire escape key, I may be able to get out of this apartment.
Escape the fire.
Maybe. Just maybe. I might be able to get out of here. But where is that fire escape? I will tell you, Matt. It's over here. It's this way. This is the fire escape.
That looks like a very fire escapey type door.
Let's use this fire escape. And let's get out!
Let's get out
of this apartment.
Apartment building.
Load it in. Come on.
Please, whenever you're ready.
Well, there's a reason it was locked.
Shit.
When they put in the new apartment next door, they cut off the fire escape. There's no fire escape here. They must have knocked it down when they built the building next door.
Well met.
You can probably go through that open window, James.
Yeah, no, it looks super easy.
Now, unfortunately, and this part might get a little frustrating, there's no map for this apartment building.
Well, no.
Because it's not the same apartment building.
No, it's the one we're all...
Therefore, I have to try and remember this place's layout in my fucking head.
Perfect.
Which is tough. Because my head isn't good for this. This apartment is somehow creepier than the old one.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Looks like there's something stuck inside that toilet.
I'm not putting my arm in there.
Yes, you are.
No. You have a stick.
No. It has to be your arm.
He doesn't.
So the part where he doesn't even roll up his sleeve is the part that gets me. 13, 14, 7, 16.
13, 24.
Remember that note, man.
Okay.
Remember it well.
36, 24, 36. I forgot.
13. Oh, fuck. I also forgot. God damn it, Matt. Well, luckily, we have a memo that will tell us. The wallet and the toilet bowl.
Nice.
Oh, it's 13, 14, 7, 16. Can you remember that?
I'll remember the last two.
13, 14, 7, 16. 13,
remember
14,
7,
7, 16. The question is, which way, left or right, do you go? 13, 14,
7,
7,
16.
16. Well, that's clearly not how to do it.
No.
So, let's go around to 13, then 14,
7.
then 7,
16.
then... Yes!
They're 16s.
Got it. Handgun bullets, handgun bullets, handgun bullets. I got 90 handgun bullets there.
You might need some more.
Might need some more.
You probably won't even have to shoot, like,
Probably won't
that
even have to
much
shoot.
ever.
So, I'm on the 2nd floor. Let's try and remember that, because this is confusing.
2nd floor. And the music is aggressive here. And watery.
I like how he steps through the water.
Yeah.
So this one, more than any other place in the entire game, sequential.
Okay.
The only way to do it. Because fuck.
Cause fuck. Yeah, you're not getting that.
And that most of these doors are actually locked, and I like that.
Yeah, usually we complain, but
Yeah. Well, the lock prompt in this is lightning fast.
yeah, that always helps out.
So this is directly across from the garbage room. And it's... Oh, it's a nice little... No way. No way!
There is a map.
I never knew.
Blue Creek Apartment.
I never knew.
Well, you learn something new almost every time you play a game, maybe.
I love how he does the... Oh, I did know. I got this way back in the day.
Back in the day.
Because I remember, like, I love how he just folds the two maps together.
Yeah, just fold it over 1,000 times.
Fold this over 1,000 times. Well, I'm really happy. This makes this part, like, totally easier.
Okay, good.
Having like, I don't know, like, if
The
finding...
question is, why did you lie earlier about there not being a map?
I didn't lie. I was mistaken. There's a difference, Matt.
Yeah, I know.
There's a difference between lies and being mistaken. That's not fair.
Now I can understand how frustrated Wooly gets sometimes.
Oh, no, but he's always lying on
Yeah,
purpose.
no, that's true, but...
See, that's because we think he's so smart that he would never make a mistake.